In this video, we are going to look at functions available in TensorFlow. We are going to learn how we can apply those methods on our data. Let's first import TensorFlow STF. There's a method fill. This operation creates a tensor of shape, dimension and fills it with value. We are saying we want 2 rows and 3 columns and all the values will be 0. So we got 2 rows, first, second, 3 columns, 1, 2, 3 and all the numbers will be 0. There is a method I. This will construct an identity matrix where numbers on diagonal will be 1 while numbers on off diagonal will be 0. tf.I, and here we are giving number 2. We got 2 rows, 1, 2, and as I have said, all the numbers on the diagonals are 1 while off diagonals are 0. This method I creates an identity matrix. There is a method linspace which is also available in Python. This method generates evenly spaced values in an internal along a given axis. We will see how this method works. tf.linspace. Now here we want to give the starting number, which is 10, the end number, let's say 12, and between 10 and 12 how many numbers we want? We want 3 numbers. We also have to pass parameter name is equal to linspace. Now this will generate numbers from 10 to 12 and the numbers will be 3. Numbers will not be more than 3. So this will be 10, 11, 12. Let's see. We got the output 10, 11 and 12 because our starting number was 10, the maximum number was 12 and the total number, the count we wanted was 3. You must have heard about one-hot encoding while developing a machine learning model. Whenever we have a categorical variable, we have to convert those categorical variable into one-hot encoding where the categories which are present in the column is marked as 1 and the other categories are marked as 0. That we can also do in TensorFlow. Let's check that. We will make one variable indices where we will store 3 values 0, 1, 2. These are the 3 categories 0, 1, 2. And we will make one more variable depth. We will give a number 3 because we are having 3 categories 0, 1, 2. Now we will use the method tf.onehot. We will pass our variable indices and we will also pass our variable depth. This will output in a 3 into 3 matrix. Let's check that. We got a matrix of 3 by 3, 3 columns and 3 rows. Now what it is representing is, first the number is 0. So we got 1 because 0 is present and it is the first number. Now all these values will be 0 because we are not considering 1 and 2. In the second row, we are considering only number 1. So number 1 will get the value 1 and the rest 0 and 2 will get the value 0. Now in the third row we are considering number 2. So number 2 will get the value 1 and all this remaining numbers 0 and 1 will get number as 0. This is how we can encode a variable in TensorFlow using one-hot method. There's a method once. This create a tensor with all elements set to 1. When we use this method, all the elements inside the tensor will become 1. We will use function tf.ones. We will make a tensor of shape 3 rows and 4 columns. Data type will be tf.integer 32. Now we will get 3 rows and 4 columns and all the values will be 1. We can see all the values are 1 1 1 1. Using this method once we can create a tensor which will have similar values, which is 1. There's a method once underscore like. This is also similar to the method tf.once which we have just used, and the only difference is this method returns a tensor of the same type and shape as tensor with all elements set to 1. It will return the tensor in the same shape and same type, and all the values will be 1. We will make one variable tensor. We will store some numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now we are going to call our method tf underscore once like on our variable tensor, and let's see, we got 2 rows 1 2 and 3 columns 1 2 3, and all the numbers are ones. This is somewhat similar to the method which we have used above once. There's the method range, and like the Python built-in range method, we can use here in TensorFlow as well to generate a range of numbers between a minimum and maximum value. First we will make one variable start and say number is 3, that is the starting number is 3. We will make one more variable limit and say 18. The maximum number will go up to 18. There is this delta, which is the step size. We want to skip 3 numbers after each number. That is, once we print a number 1, we are going to skip the next 3 numbers and we will print the 4th number. Let's see the output. We will pass start, limit and delta. Now we can see that the minimum number is 3 and the maximum number was 18, so we got the number below 18 because it cannot exceed the limit of 18. So here the maximum number is 15 and the first one is 3, then it skipped the next 2 1 4 and 5, then it prints 6, then it again skipped 7 and 8 and it prints 9. This is how we can use the range method here in TensorFlow. There is also a method size, and the method size returns the size of a tensor. Suppose we have a tensor and we want to count how many values or elements are present in that tensor, we can use the method size. Let's make one tensor and use the method. We make a variable t and we store some numbers 1 2 3 4 5. Now there are total 5 elements in our tensor t, but in other cases when there are many numbers which you cannot count, we will use the method size and check how many elements are present in a variable t. tf.size, and we have to pass our variable name t. It says there are 5 elements in our variable t, and we can see that 1 2 3 4 5. There are total 5 elements present in our tensor. This was a short tutorial on functions in TensorFlow. If you have any doubts or any queries, feel free to write in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you like my tutorial, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.